Hey guys, what's going on? This is Sunday morning wood. Early in the morning, and I have some woodworking to take care of. And we're once again testing the internet early, not that early in the morning. I've got a I've got a few projects actually a handful of projects to take care of. Massive amount of projects to take care of, to be frank with you. But I was working with a what you call tablet, and I'm back to using my phone. I see you're up to Bob Lee. What's going on, Bob? Yeah, dude. I'm here testing it out on my phone, which is actually quite convenient because I have a wider angle if I want to turn it around for a project or whatnot. And the tablet that I've got to return that tablet. But this show, at least for today, is called Morning Wood. Or Sunday Morning Wood. Sunday Morning Wood. I've got to use the bandsaw in a little bit here. Actually, I've got to do a few things. I've got to cut a chunk of wood, use the bandsaw. Bob Lee says, just going down to the shop too. Yeah, dude. We gotta get it. Get it while we got it. Um, I had my coffee. I usually drink a cup of coffee. I don't really drink more than that. I might occasionally have a extra cup at night. Afternoons, not at night. Afternoons. But I had my cup of coffee. I like it strong. And I use... What's up, TJ? Good morning to you too, dude. This is... TJ is in the house. That's right. Yeah, I drink my coffee strong, but I do add, obviously, well, I do add sugar, and I do add cream. So I had that. I'm pretty darn awake. So is my dog. You know how your dog wakes up with you, and you're ready to tackle the day. So that's what we're up about. My brain's still not functioning, by the way. Incidentally, it slowly creeps up to speed. Not only wood in the house. So let me get my key. This is what I usually do in the mornings when I'm working on a project. I grab my keys and I head on over and get ready. I've got a lot of sawdust going on over here on the bench. But we've got to do some bandsawing today. Early Sunday morning. It's not that early anymore. It took me a while to figure out how to get this puppy synced this morning. Well, frankly, that's not true. It takes me a little bit to start my motor up in the mornings. It's 3 p.m. 3:24 p.m. where I live. Where do you live? I didn't know that. They didn't even cross my mind. There's people that live in other parts of the world where time differences are different. That's shocking, dude. I'm here in my shed, and it's a frickin' mess. This is what I call the shocker. Let me see what he said. Only wood, Germany. Oh, okay. Bob Lee, I have to... Oh, it just disappeared on me. I'll figure out how to grab the messages. Actually, let me turn this around here, so that'll help everybody else. That's from Harbor Freight. I bought that, and frankly, It's good because it's belt and it's got the wheel here, but it's bad because when you touch it here or when you're grinding, sanding, you get shocked, man, from this. You get shocked. And I guess it builds up static, or I don't know, dude. You get shocked, dude. It's got the three prongs. What the heck, right? So it's like, give me a break. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've got a big mess here, okay? Because I use the stuff and I put it here and I say, okay, I'll put it back where it belongs, but let me just set it on the table. And then it stays there. Like these cans should not be here. Yeah, it's typical. Oh, another leg for a bed on the lathe. Yeah. This is typical Harbor Freight. So I should put it in here. Look at the amount of paints and stains and whatnot I got. It goes all the way back up in there. Paints and stains and all that good stuff. That's my stockpile. Right now, I am going to need to use, let me see if I can put that there. Right now I am going to need to use, or in a little bit, the black. I am going to need to use the black. And the benchtop bandsaw. I'm going to need to use those too. If you look up here, I mean, I'm relatively organized. My tools in there. More back in there. And down there. And it keeps going down there. And up here I've got all my box stuff. Show you. Forstner bits. A Craig pocket hole jig thing. A Dremel. Another Dremel. A recip saw. Got all my little screws and bolts and nuts and all that kind of stuff here in their own portable little boxes. Drill bits, all that stuff. Favorite drill. Favorite drill. So, let me take this. Did you guys notice that I've got a... Hey, what's going on, SDM? What's happening, dude? I'm just waking up in the morning and getting the engine started. Did you guys notice there's two jerks that thumbed it down somewhere on the, or am I right? I can't see. Do you guys have your own personalized trolls? Like I do? I've got my own personalized trolls. It's unbelievable. I think that they're closet friends that just go and troll and say, you know what, I'm gonna keep this one close to me so I can screw with him whenever I want, and that way my life is fulfilled for screwing with him. Is that a thing? Is being a frickin' troll a thing, guys? Yeah, SDM has a guaranteed frickin' what you call thumbs down from a troll automatically. What's going on, Ray? You're a late starter, but this is Sunday Morning Wood. We all know about Sunday Morning Wood. It's the show that keeps on giving. I was talking about the one troll that we all have. But actually, I'm revving up the engine to get started on a project that I need to finish and put out, send out. Um, I'm guaranteed. Oh, actually, I'm looking now and I don't have the. So let me not jinx it. But I was saying, isn't there? Don't we all have a guaranteed troll? And the truth of the matter is, we do have a guaranteed troll. All of us. Like within the first SDM custom said that within the first 5 minutes of him publishing, he's guaranteed a jerkwad, uh, adding their thumbs down. You know, my wife likes the title. Hey, dude, it says it all in one short and sweet sentence. Haters gonna hate, SDM says. He's just not up yet, Bob Lee says. so so yeah, I think I'll keep the title if your wife likes it, and I think it's a funny title. We'll call this Morning Wood, and we'll schedule it more or less Sundays and mornings if at all good, if at all possible. Ray says, my trolls are strong. First 5 minutes too. Look, I'll just say this, and then let's put my benchtop bandsaw to work, because I gotta do that. But I'll tell you this: there has to be in this world people that love to hate, and they will search you out and do their part, their very best, because they're supposed. Remember, there's always an opposite force pushing on everything. Well, that's what science says, or is it mysticism? I don't know. There's always an opposite reaction. Whatever. I'm no scientist. That's for you guys. Ray knows. Well, they're there to do their job, and their job is to try to screw your stuff up, dude. And that's it. They're there to screw with you. So they're doing their job. You shouldn't get mad. I shouldn't get mad. They wake up every day thinking of you and me in order to try to get one little downvote in your life. Mind you, in order for them to get a little downvote in your life, they have to ignore their life. They have to ignore their life. So they're more attentive to your needs than their own. So, they wake up and, let's go visit such and such. We have to go visit him. And we have to, make him suffer. This is our job. What they don't get is, or maybe they do, is that every interaction counts as an interaction regardless. But it's like, do you have an existence and life of your own that you can follow? Do you have a better philosophy for your existence? SDM Custom says, any more scratch scheduled? Okay, so the thing about Scratched is that we started this podcast and it was great. It was between Rick Wilkie, Ryan Bitters, and myself. And and we did a bunch of shows, and it was not woodworking, right? It was general, our thoughts and experiences and all that good stuff. Turns out that people get busy, and so one of our members got a bit busy, and that was Wilkie, and he reached out to us. We had an impromptu actual discussion all of a sudden. He said, guys, I'm getting busy, and maybe we should put it on ice. And basically we all got busy, and so we're not doing it no more. And we got picked up by Blog Talk Radio too. They came up and offered us free complete service to push us. They gave us the advertisers. I mean, we should not have, but it threw a kink in our process, so it pretty much stopped. We still have the ability to we might have to revamp it, in other words. So that's the story with that, you know. Yeah, dude, it was cool because we talked a lot of things we probably shouldn't have talked about. You know, the new norm is not to offend as much as possible, and we were talking whatever the heck we wanted to talk, which is actually a refreshing thing. So we might try to revamp that somehow. Um, I've got to get with Ryan Bitters from Waylight Creations and talk a little bit about that because the show was great. Now there was a lot of technical to-dos in the background because we had to edit all our stuff together, but yeah, that's the lowdown on that. Yeah, the stream of consciousness thing is it's actually very interesting when you actually let a person roll with it uncensored. You get a lot of insight, and that's the powerful thing about it. I guess it's kind of like reality TV, except that reality TV is all pre-planned. So I have to actually I have to cut out, I have to do a stencil, or what you call spray a stencil of John Lennon's head. So I'm gonna, okay, TJ. Oh, it's not TJ, it's Bob. Alright, Bob. What's going on, Shogun? Morning to you, dude. This show is called Sunday Morning Wood. Be here Sundays for Sunday Morning Wood. So play us some music. Well, actually, I've got a project. I will, but I've got a project that I really have to take care of because I have to send it out tomorrow. So I'm working on John Lennon's head. Let me show you. So this is the box, the sides of the box, but I need to do the top of it, and I've got to stencil John Lennon up on it. So this is important for me to take care of. So I got to do that. And I need my, actually, let's get what we need here. Had my morning coffee already. We need some wood. That's important. So we'll get some wood here. Let's see which piece I want to use for the top. I've already got the bottom done for the head. I just got to figure the give me a second here. Forgive me here. Let's turn this around. Alright, so I've got to do the head here, and this still needs to get cut to the line. You'll see what I mean. But what I'll do is just try this. Let's put you guys somewhere around here for a sec. See if we can accommodate you. You know what? You're not going to be able to see like that. Remember, Sunday Morning Wood is not necessarily Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I can't do exactly what I wanted to do, the way I wanted to do it, to prop you guys so you could see it. So we'll have to do something to this extent. I think that's even better. I should have thought of this in the first place. Alright. So I've got my box, bandsaw box, and what we'll do is we'll just trace this sucker out, because I need to do the head, John Lennon's head. I'm doing that. So I'm going to cut this out, this template here, and this will be the top. It'll go up on there, so we'll cut this out with the bandsaw. Okay, we'll do that. Let's bring you guys around here. I have the bandsaw coming here in a second. I should have pre-thought how to take care of this type of view, but this is impromptu. An impromptu deal. Let me get the bandsaw. I need a new bandsaw, incidentally. What can I tell you? Bring this a little bit closer and maybe prop you so you can see it a little bit better. I think that should work. I hope it don't rattle and shake too much, but so this is the head of John Lennon here, and you can't tell right now for good reason, but I overshot it, right? I allowed for the waist to still stay on there because I'm going to trim it up. You'll see what I mean here in a sec. Let's angle this puppy down way more. See if I could do that for you right here. there's that. So these pieces go like this, and there's a bottom. Let me get the bottom. So just so you know, here's the bottom. There's 3 pieces to this. Bottom, middle, top. And then it'll be a John Lennon. In fact, let me show you the John Lennon. Here's the John Lennon. But I wasn't too keen on this black line here, the grain. Do you think that matters at all? It's just part of the face, but I'm going to make another one and then pick which one I like. So that's what I'm going to do here. That said, let me get the stencil. So here's the stencil. Johnny Be Good. That's Chuck Berry, but we like to play with words. Johnny Be Good, or Johnny Be Bad. I cut these stencils out. What I do is I don't have those machines, those vinyl cutter things, which would make this type of work super easy. I actually X-Acto knife it step by step. Right. So this is gonna go like so. I'll spray paint it black, and then I'll cut the waist. Anything you see around it in black, like that black line, I'm sorry, paint doesn't fall up on there. The actual black is on this line here inside, if that makes any sense. So all that is waste, but I do it this way so that I can creep up on a perfect head of John Lennon, or the creature from the Black Lagoon, or Frankenstein, or the skull, or whichever one of these models. And these are sold on my Etsy store. I sell these on my Etsy store. You can find the link on my channel. If you go to any other video than this live one, for some reason, because I should have added the link, but you'll find a little link to the Etsy store, and I sell these and other products up on there. So I just sold one of these, and they're made to order. So what I'll do is I'll flip this guy around so you guys can see that decently. And in order to, when you're spraying, just the push of the air and paint can lift these very sensitive pieces up, and what you want to do is keep them down. I could spray them with contact spray, but that would make a sticky mess, and that would be uncalled for. So what I do, at least at this point, is I do this procedure. Not always, but I stick tape up on there, and that way they don't lift with the wind. or the spray, and I could spray without it falling all over the place. So that's why I do that. Now I'm sure there's a better way that you guys are thinking of, so you might want to tell me if there is in your minds what you think. This is what I do. Mind you, it's Sunday morning. I'd probably be a little bit faster. Oh, and by the way, it's already getting steamy up in this joint, like Florida, like it was a nice cool morning, and it's turning from cool to ultra steamy. Like I'm starting to feel the sweat coming off me, and that's a good indication that, well, that it's going to be a pretty hot day today, to be honest with you. I won't cover the whole thing with tape. I just want it to stay down enough so that I could do my thing and not have overspray, if that makes sense. At the same time, I don't want... Oh, what do I mean? You get the point. But this will lift up if you don't pat it down, you know. That's how come I'm doing this. It ain't perfect. This is art. It's woodworking, but it's art. I'll check out what you guys are saying right now. I'll get this side here too. I'll roll this one up as tight as I can. See if it'll fit where I want it to fit. Right up in there. What's up, Liberty? I know a few of you cats are commenting. I'm just working this out. I'm going to go back in to the cool AC once I get this set up. The possibilities are endless. I've sold a few of these on Etsy. And I've got a music pack too that I sell. I've sold quite a few of those. Funny enough, music for content creators. It's called Music Pack Volume 1, and it solves. I mean, you can never have enough songs, but it's royalty-free stuff you could use without worrying about copyright and strikes and all that crap. So you might want to check that out. I'd like to get this little piece here where Lennon's eye is like that. I'd love to do that because I know that, and actually this piece would flip up, but a little overspray in this sort of thing actually gives it texture, grunge, so I'm not too worried about it. That's part of the style, to be honest with you. It's part of the style. So we'll bring this in. We'll pat it down. Heck yeah. Again, a little bit of spray over is perfectly alright. We don't care much about overspraying too much. Let's spray it and then we'll go inside. We'll take one of these so we don't spray the bench too much. Let's shake this up. I'm not liking how this is shaking because there's not a lot of paint inside of it. Let me see. Alright. So he's drying up. We could pull it, and there's Lennon. There he is. See him? That's Johnny. Here's Johnny. What we'll do after that, I'm going to let that seep inside the grain of the wood and let it dry a little bit, and then I'll hit it with shellac. The good thing about doing the shellac is that it dries fast, but it coats it, protects this when I go to cut and dust particles and whatnot. So I hit it with shellac twice. The first shellac spray seeps in and it doesn't gloss over, so it doesn't have that film, protective film. The second one gives it enough protection so that you don't scratch up the art. So I'll show you the shellac I use. You guys probably know the shellac already. They sell them everywhere. I'll show you. Give me a second. So this is the shellac that I use right here. Zinsser's Bullseye shellac, clear. And I'll hit this in a second, but I'm going to let that dry. This stuff is pretty good. So this is what's coming next. I used this template for any of you that didn't see any of that. This stencil, and I stenciled out Johnny. Now the reason I didn't use the original Johnny, I'm going to see which one I like better. You guys tell me, but one of the John Lennons has a grain running through the middle and the other one does not. Which one do you guys like better? You can hear the frickin' neighbors yapping away like animals. Let's flip this around. You can hear the neighbors yapping away like animals when they and I'm sorry to say that, but you'd have to be here to know. When they talk, they scream. Even if they're next to each other. Freaking hate that. Ugh, man, it's hot outside. Let's see what you guys are saying now that I can read the information here. Let's go up a little bit for anybody that I missed. We've got Mitch Dietrich in the house. What's going on, Mitch? Good morning to you, dude. We saw Shogun Jimmy. Place down tape, then add the spray on glue. Yeah, I could do that, but I'd have to cut. The problem is that I'd have to stencil out at the moment. Wait a second, put down tape and then... Yeah, because I'd have to stencil out, like I'd have to X-Acto knife out the pieces then. Which is, I think Dan the Maker Man does that as well. But the problem with doing it like that is that I'd have to each time go to it and cut it out. So it's an extra procedure. What I'm always trying to find is a way to do it quickly, effectively, but quickly, and get it done and move on to the next thing. And I find that, if I use the actual vinyl cutter, it would be the quickest way because I could print it out, do it, throw it away, and we're done. But they're like 300 something bucks. I don't want to sound like a cheapskate, but come on. Plus the fact that I've bought a bunch of tools recently. Anyhow, like the table saw, the DeWalt one. You can see that on my channel. I filmed the whole excursion. So that's why I don't do that method that Dan the Maker Man does, because it takes longer. It's better results. But it's like too long. So, you know, that's the story with that. Let me see here. Liberty, Shogun Jimmy, that works the best. Well, Liberty, that's how come I don't go that route. I learned it from Ryan. Oh, okay, so Ryan Bitters from Waylight Creations uses that method. But again, that's the reason I do it the way I do it. Liberty, sup everyone. Oh, but okay. Let's see, anyone else? Okay, let's go to the new TJ Wood. Were you the man, my brother? The new one, second one, bro. Great. Wait, what's going on? I have to go and break. I will return when I can, Shogun Jimmy said. My last video has Eloy's music, he says. Thank you, dude. Grain gets in the way. Okay, we're up to date. $100 at Walmart called Cricket. Oh, well, hello, Liberty. Okay, then. Now we're cooking with Crisco. How does it fit an 8.5 by 11 sheet? Answer me that, because now I'm interested. Sure, I can be set back 100 beans for something that'll solve my headache. What was the question I had asked you? I asked you if... Oh yeah, I asked you if it takes an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Because I'm good with that. I would probably use some cardstock so that it'd be rigid enough to spray a few times, and then I can go back and print another one and not have to deal with all these stencils that I have. Because what I do, I didn't tell you the whole thing that I do. I take a sheet of 8.5 by 11. I take a sheet of 8.5 by 11. Oh, this is a cabinet, a gun cabinet that I was asked if I could make. And I'm still waiting on a reply. So I gave the numbers, and I was as generous as I could be, but this is a big build. I don't know if you guys can see the cabinet. It goes behind a sofa. You open up the top, like those old consoles they used to have in living rooms like mine, where you could play the stereo. You had a TV and the speakers up in there and the radio. Well, this is sort of that idea, but as opposed to having all that jazz in there, you have a foam inside with weapons. But you can't do things for free, right? Or should we? Should we do things for free? And then eventually we're out under a bridge woodworking? Right? With the electrical cord running around across the highway to like a convenience store, working at night with a little bulb swinging. Or should we actually charge something to get our work done? Or we're not worth it? So if it does an 8.5 by 11, we're good, right? If it don't, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I should have been smart about this. I should have linked my live session on my Facebook, because I have a lot of fans on my. If you guys aren't not members, I don't know what the word is, but like you like and follow my Facebook, that would help me out too. If you like, we're not here pointing guns at people's head. Hey man, but I have at this point 977 followers on my Facebook page, which is really cool because when I post something, people see it instantly because everybody's on Facebook. It's called Escajedo Woodworking, just like my channel. So you go to that page, you type in that, and you're there. But I have 977 Facebook followers, and the cool thing is that I post an update of my pictures and the things that I'm working on, and I'll share other things, and like they don't comment as much because they're flipping through, right? But I get the statistics since it's a business page. I've got my shop linked in there too, and I do little videos in there as well. But since it's it's a business page, it's got statistics, and I could see the statistics popping up, and I get, well, geez, I'll tell you, like my last picture, John Lennon box, I was working on that, and I did a little clip on it, which is actually, I'm working on it today again. It got 2,884 reaches, right? So it was served up to people as they passed by. So it helps a lot for people to know what you're up to. The previous picture was 4,541 visits, right? You get the picture. Let me just look here. Oh, me working up on the roof? I have to continue working on the roof? What a freaking nightmare. I just posted a picture of it like the day before yesterday or yesterday, I don't remember. And that got 7,000. It reached 7,742 people. So it's been effective. Now I know YouTube and Facebook they're in competition, don't like each other much. So who knows, but it does help. So I've got that page. Okay, Liberty just said something. Let me just link what I have to link here and check out what Liberty's telling me. Let me just link this to my own timeline and posted. And let me link it to a private group here. Alright, let's see what Liberty said, because I saw his logo pop up. So he says $100 at Walmart. We read that. TJ says Liberty Woodworking quit cricket. Liberty Woodworking okay. TJ Eloy, I put this live stream on my Facebook, bro. Okay, awesome, dude. I appreciate that. Liberty says, never mind, it's called Circuit Explorer 1 at 178. Dang it, Liberty. Dude, what the heck, dude? You had my hopes up, dude, what the heck, dude? You had my hopes up. The 100, I was like, hell yeah, dude. Regardless, I'm gonna check it out. But at 100, I feel comfortable. I'm watching my video refreshing. I don't know if it's dang it, dude, live stream is offline. What the heck? Are you guys seeing me offline? Can you guys tell me? It's live. But can you guys see me? Can you write something and let me know? Dang it! Okay, it says it's still streaming, but it's like... Can you guys tell me if it's... Damn, dude. Settings. See, on the actual, my actual camera here, it says that I'm streaming. But on my actual, I hate when this stuff happens. It's 2017, and I've got no one watching. What a jip, man. What a frickin' jip. Unbelievable. Now I'm seeing it refreshing. I'm gonna hang on for a second here. No, it ain't working. Well, you guys saw everything. It's unfortunate. I posted all those links and now this thing seems to have crashed. And you guys aren't commenting anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and press. It's the end of Morning Wood, guys. Sunday Morning Wood. I had more to share with you. Alright. I guess I'll catch you guys next time.